Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're back in Star Citizen, and I'm taking a look at update 1.1.5. Yeah, that sounds right. I just had a total mental blank there. Anyway, this actually came out about a week, maybe a week and a half ago, back while I was still in the middle of dying from the flu. So that's why I didn't do anything about it back then. But I'm feeling better now, so we'll go through all of this. So this update's brought in a couple of pretty cool things. It's done a fair bit of rebalancing and everything to the way Arena Commander combat works. It's also added in 2 new flyable ships, those being the Merlin and the Scythe. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have either of those ships. I mean, the Scythe in particular is very rare. Only 300 of those were sold. And the Merlin, they did put it up for sale. It was, I think, $20. I didn't buy one because I don't really see the point in having one without a ship that can use it. I think the Merlin is supposed to be one of those ships that kind of, docks inside another ship and is used as little runabout shuttle sort of thing. But yeah, so it is in the hangar and flyable if you own it. So yeah. So other things. Part of the rebalancing is that the Avenger can have size 2 weapons on its wings, and there's a whole ton of fixes and updates and everything like that. So check the patch notes in the video description for the full details. But you can see that's a pretty big gun for the Avenger wingtips. That's pretty cool. So, but yeah, lots and lots of rebalancing. I mean, in general, the idea of the rebalancing seems to be increasing the time to kill, so making it take longer to kill a ship, basically. So all the ships have had their health fairly substantially increased. Weapon damage has been slightly increased as well, but yeah. So the idea is basically making it longer time to kill and also slightly less twitchy. So what I mean by that is, and I think most of us know how rapidly the ships used to turn and everything. They still turn pretty quickly, but it's not as fast. They also carry a lot more momentum. So you have to kind of plan your approach a little bit more, or at least that's the idea behind the updates and the rebalancing and everything. So that's pretty cool. It seems to work fairly well. I haven't done a whole lot of flying yet, so I'm very rusty, but it seems to have worked fairly well. They've also tweaked the Vandal difficulty and everything in Vandal Swarm, so let's actually take a look at that. And you see it's now got this early access, electronic access even, instead of just being Arena Commander. And there's also a Star Marine icon on the right hand side. This is grayed out for everybody at the moment, but obviously once Star Marine comes out, you'll be clicking here, and that's how you'll get to that. But anyway, let's go to Arena Commander, and we'll just go to some Vandal Swarm, I think. Just do it on Broken Moon. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. And another thing that's been updated is the multiplayer. The multiplayer player count has been increased, at least for some game modes. I'm not sure if it's for all of them. But I think that's, I can't actually remember what it's gone up to. I think it's 16 players. So larger teams in multiplayer, basically. I mean, personally, I haven't played multiplayer Arena Commander in, I don't even know how long. Probably 6 months. 6 months at least, I think. That's, wasn't really doing it for me then, but who knows, maybe it'll be worth jumping in and seeing how it goes. And loading times seem to be a lot faster as well for Arena Commander. Another thing you might notice is sound effects have all been updated, and I think they've actually changed to a new sound engine, so things do sound different. And once this lag spike goes through, there we go. So I'm not sure if you guys can notice a difference with those sound effects or anything, but they do sound a bit different, I think. So anyway, let's go into these Vandal guys. You might see as I'm flying around, the ship is kind of drifting around a lot more, sliding around a bit. So it's a bit more important on how you control the throttle and all your maneuvering and that sort of thing. It does also seem to take longer to black out, although you can definitely still black out, as you can see. If you start pulling really crazy moves, you will definitely black out. Or grey out, whatever. So where's this guy gone? There he is. So you should be able to tell, I mean, my aim is pretty bad at the moment. Warlord's dead already. But you should be able to tell when I do actually hit him, he takes a lot more hits than he used to. And this is just a level 1, or wave 1 scavenger. So as I said, my aim is pretty bad at the moment. It's been a long time since I've even played Arena Commander. But these are size 2 weapons on the wings, remember, and I think it's size 3 on the nose. So, gives you a bit of an idea. Another update, missiles have been changed again. They do more damage to the shields now as well. But they don't track as well. So basically, I think the idea is that you kind of use missiles when you're approaching a target and doing like a pass on them or something. And then once you're in the middle of an engagement, even though you can still lock on and everything, but they may not be able to maneuver around and chase a target as well. So, something to remember, I guess. This guy seems to be going really slow. So I guess it's important to remember. No, I mean, this is the same as how it was before, but it's important to remember just to use little bits of boost here and there. Try to control the sliding a little bit if you need to. Oh, my aim is so bad. There we go. Got a few hits on him. So you can see that he's taking a fair few hits to get the kill on this guy. Let's use a missile actually. Let's see if that hits him. It looks like he's shaken that one off pretty successfully. Let's use 3 more missiles. And again, one of them has already missed. There we go. Another one hit. So yeah, you can't. Missile's not as reliable, I guess. But they still work. But in general, I'm finding the Avenger it's a lot nicer to fly than it was previously. I basically wasn't using it at all previously, like prior to this update. It's just, I mean, its flight mechanics just didn't really work for me at all. But I'm just enjoying flying it around at the moment. I'm not concentrating too much on the combat, as you may be able to tell. But it feels like it maneuvers pretty nicely. I haven't tried any of the other ships yet though. I mean, I think they've pretty much all been updated, so their flying characteristics will probably be a fair bit different to what we're accustomed to. So what else? One thing I noticed in the patch notes is the Scythe actually has apparently a deployable blade weapon. I mean, which was always the idea behind the Scythe. It's just the AI never used it, but it looks like the players will actually be able to deploy like a wing blade sort of thing and use that to attack enemies, which is pretty cool. I don't know how many like what the odds are of actually seeing a player flying a Scythe would be. I guess the Imperator subscribers will eventually get tokens to fly them. I think it kind of acts like Rec, but it's different at the same time. But as for us lowly plebs, I don't know if we'll ever get a chance to fly them, like if they'll do free test flights of the Scythe or anything like that. I'd be surprised if they did, but you never know. But they probably will do free test flights of the Merlin, though, I would imagine. And that one, I would expect, would be available for Rec at some point, if it's not already. I haven't even checked. So again, get a fair few hits on the guys. I mean, did see a bit of damage, or a bit of debris flying off him, but they're definitely taking a lot longer to kill. Like I said though, it doesn't help that my aim is pretty garbage. Come on. The screen is shaking like there's no tomorrow. I'm running out of missiles, just gonna try and fire some more at him. There we go, got the kill. I mean, it's not too difficult at the moment, but it's only wave 2, so you would expect to be able to take these guys on without too much difficulty. But you can really notice how much more the ships are kind of drifting around. I'd imagine for some ships like the M50 and that sort of thing, the 350R as well probably, it's going to be even more noticeable. Because those are ones that really kind of slid around a lot already. Anyway, that's probably enough pew-pewing these Vandal guys. So let's get back to the hangar. And yeah, so what else we got coming up? There's obviously Gamescom coming up in about a week's time. So Star Citizen will be doing something there. I think they've actually got a full panel for themselves or something. I'm not really sure about that. But there'll definitely be some sort of presentation, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. It wouldn't totally surprise me if they announced a release date for the FPS module at Gamescom, but at the same time, we know what's happened before when CIG releases release dates. Namely, they don't actually hit them. So, I don't know. There'll probably be some sort of FPS news at Gamescom, but I wouldn't really be expecting to see it released there. But hey, we can always dream. They're definitely getting closer to it. I mean, having the this little update that added the icon for it is probably just a little step closer, I suppose, but whatever. I mean, they're still doing the weekly release schedule things, so it's always good. But yeah, I mean, update 1.1.5, it's not a huge update, but it's got some cool stuff. I mean, the balancing stuff is definitely interesting. It's probably going to take a while to actually play around with it for long enough for all the pros and cons to kind of sink in, but from first glance, it seems to be working pretty well. The game is running very smoothly. There must have been a bit of optimization done and everything. I mean, it seems to be loading faster. I'm getting a lot less frame drops and everything. I mean, I'm playing on high settings at the moment and obviously recording as well. It seems to be going pretty smoothly, so can't really complain about that. But yeah, so I think I'll end this one here. So it's just another pretty cool update for Star Citizen. So until next time, I've been Vornskyr. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.